Welcome to Daily Dreamer, the podcast that provides practical tips and insights to help you reach your biggest dreams. Tune in for daily doses of motivation, inspiration, and actionable advice to turn your aspirations into reality. Whether you're looking to find clarity, boost your confidence, or stay on track with your goals, Daily Dreamer is here to guide you every step of the way.
Ever feel like you're just like drowning in to-dos, and distractions? Ugh. Today we're diving deep into Stoicism. But, and this is important, not the whole like stiff upper lip thing. We're talking about Stoicism as this, surprisingly practical way to deal with our world.
Yeah.
Like a user manual for this crazy world. Get ready to unlock some serious self-discipline.
And what gets me about Stoicism, it's not just some dusty old philosophy, right? We're talking about ideas from Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who struggled with the same stuff we do centuries later. It's wild.
I know, right? And it's not about like just gritting your teeth and getting through it. It's about thriving. One YouTube video we looked at talked about these 4 virtues. Wisdom, courage, justice, moderation. These aren't just like, empty words, are they?
No way. They're actually a guide to living a good life. Like, take courage. Back in the day, that was facing a lion, right? Today, it could be, I don't know, having a tough conversation or going after a dream that scares you.
Okay, that makes sense. But how does Stoicism, practically help us be brave in our everyday life? Especially with all the distractions, right? Everything's instant gratification now.
And that is where self-discipline comes in. And it all starts with purpose. Think of it like your internal compass, right? Guiding your actions, your decisions, everything.
Okay, and that connects to setting SMART goals, right? Specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, time-bound. We saw that in the research.
Exactly. Break down those big, scary goals into smaller steps. Don't get overwhelmed by the big picture. Ask yourself, what can I do today to get closer to where I want to be?
I like that. Makes it feel doable. But even with clear purpose, sometimes just starting is hard. You hit that motivation wall, what then?
That's when daily reflection is key. It's like taking stock, right? At the end of the day, think about your actions, your thoughts, your progress. What went well? What could have been different?
Sounds valuable, but intense. Who wants to dissect their whole day?
And that's why an accountability partner can be huge. That article you shared mentioned it. It's not just you in your head. You're talking it out with someone. Plus, knowing someone's going to ask about your day, that's motivation.
Totally. So we've got our purpose. We're reflecting, maybe even roping in a friend.
Yeah.
What's next in our Stoic self-discipline journey?
Now we have to learn about the power of showing up. And not just showing up, but embracing a little, shall we say, discomfort along the way.
Wait, embrace discomfort. Can you explain that to me? I'm someone who really loves their creature comforts because I do.
Oh, believe me, you're not alone there. But see, the Stoics, they had this idea called, get this, voluntary hardship. But it's not about becoming some kind of monk, right? No deprivation here. It's about changing how we see discomfort.
Yeah.
And realizing it can help us grow.
Okay, I'm trying to wrap my head around this. How does choosing discomfort build self-discipline?
How about an example? Taking a cold shower.
Whoa, before you lose me completely.
Hear me out, Erie.
All right, you've got my attention. Go on.
So by choosing to do something we don't like, even for a little bit, we're training our minds, our bodies to handle it. We're building up a tolerance.
So it's about resilience.
Yeah.
The more we deal with these little discomforts, the less likely the big stuff will throw us off.
Exactly. Think of it like this.
Okay, I'm kind of seeing it. We're giving ourselves a little dose of discomfort so we're ready for it in real life.
Right. It's about taking control. And that brings us to, drumroll, the dichotomy of control.
Dichotomy of control. It sounds very philosophical. Do I need a textbook for this?
Nah, this one's actually super useful. Basically, we control our own actions, our thoughts, right? But not everything that happens to us. Makes sense, right?
So it's more about how we react to things instead of stressing about stuff we can't change.
Exactly. Picture this, stuck in traffic, right?
Yeah.
You could get angry, honk the horn, the whole deal. Or you accept the traffic's out of your hands, put on some music, maybe even use the time to reflect a bit.
Okay, yeah, big difference. But how do we actually use this dichotomy thing every day? Is it just telling ourselves to chill out?
It's more about consciously shifting focus. Before you react to anything, ask yourself, is this within my control? If yes, cool, do something. If not, let it go. Don't waste energy on stuff you can't change.
That's a good question. Hitting the pause button on freaking out.
Yeah.
But what about our emotions? Sometimes those feel impossible to control, right? Especially when life throws curveballs.
And this is where Stoicism gets really cool. It says our feelings are more about how we see events, not the events themselves.
Wait, so it's not the traffic jam making me angry. It's my thoughts about being stuck.
Exactly. We make up these stories in our heads, right? This is going to make me late. This is so unfair. And those stories, they fuel how we feel.
So if we can, change the story, we change the feeling.
Totally. It's not about pretending we don't have feelings. It's about realizing we've got more control than we think.
This is making sense, but gotta be honest, sounds like it takes serious mental discipline.
It does, but hey, that's what we're exploring. It's like any skill, right? Practice, patience, the right tools.
Speaking of tools, we saw some cool techniques for building self-discipline. Micro sucks really caught my eye. Can you break that down?
Sure. So micro sucks, those are the little everyday things we all put off. Not necessarily hard, but they take a bit of, discipline.
Like making the bed, saying no to that cookie, finally dealing with my inbox, that kind of
And
thing.
exactly. And when we do those micro sucks, even when we don't want to, we're basically giving our discipline muscle a workout. Makes sense, right?
I like that. Building up our mental toughness for the bigger stuff. It's like we're, microdosing on discipline. So we can handle the big bad stuff.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
you know what? Those micro sucks, they're not just about getting stuff done. They're about mastering our own minds.
Oh,
Think about it. When you force yourself to do that thing, cleaning the bathroom after a long day, you're not just making it sparkle, right? You're proving to yourself you can choose discipline over just giving in.
so it's like building that mental muscle, showing ourselves we can do hard things, even when we don't want to.
Exactly. And like any muscle, the more you work it, the stronger it gets. Then bigger challenges don't seem so impossible.
That makes sense. But how do we stay motivated, especially with those macro sucks, the huge things that make everyone want to hide?
And this is where that stoic idea of inner dialogue comes in. It's not just what we do, but what we tell ourselves while we're doing it.
Right. One video you shared, the guy was like, do what you hate, but do it like you love it. It's about perspective.
Exactly. Instead of, laundry, try to find a way to reframe it.
So instead of, laundry, this laundry is a chance to be mindful, appreciate the little things.
Maybe not that extreme, but you see what I mean. Make it less daunting, more doable. Sometimes it takes a little mental creativity, that's all.
This is great. But how do we know if it's working? Any signs our self-discipline's getting stronger?
Of course. One sign is those micro sucks, they start to suck less. Might not be fun, but they take less mental energy.
So if I don't want to put off doing the dishes or organizing my desk,
Yeah.
that's good, right?
Hey,
My discipline's working.
Exactly. And here's the cool part. That discipline, it spreads. You stick to your workout, resist that extra cookie, finally finish that project. It all connects.
Like building a foundation. And then we can build whatever we want on top of it.
You got it. It's about showing up for ourselves, even when it's hard. And those little disciplines, they add up to big results.
This has been amazing. So much good stuff for dealing with life and finding that inner stoic. If our listeners take away one thing, what should it be?
Embrace the micro sucks. Those little things, they're the training ground for real self-discipline and a tougher you.
Love it. And to everyone listening, celebrate those little wins. Every step towards discipline is a step towards a better life. Until next time, keep diving deep.